What's happening at Barcelona is more than just football. It's a true sports drama, one of the greatest Champions League semi-finals in recent years. A miracle from Lamine Yamal, internal intrigues, the battle for the club's future, sensational proposals, rumors of a new contract, and even the possible departure of Hansi Flick. All of this and more in today's episode. Real news, exclusive insights, explosive rumors, and hot gossip. We've gathered everything that's going on in the heart of Barca. The match between Barcelona and Inter in the first leg of the Champions League semi-final turned into a real spectacle, and, without exaggeration, one of the greatest football shows of recent years. So thrilling. It was hard to believe it was a real game, and not a scene from a sports drama. Right in the first minute, Inter stunned the crowd. Marcus Thuram opened the scoring with a stylish backheel, the fastest goal in Champions League semi-final history. 20 minutes later, Denzel Dumfries doubled the Milan side's lead with an incredible bicycle kick. It seemed the intrigue was over. But then Lamine Yamal stepped onto the stage. The young winger, who nearly missed the game due to a muscle issue during warm-up, turned the evening into his personal showcase. He took the ball, dribbled past several defenders, and scored a stunning goal that breathed new life into the Catalan club. It wasn't just a goal, it was the moment the entire match changed. His dribbling, energy, and composure amazed even superstar spectators like Erling Haaland. Inter coach Simone Inzaghi admitted he had no way to stop Lamin. "I had to assign 3 players to him, but even that wasn't enough." Barcelona's second goal came after another creative move by Yamal, who cleverly let the ball go through his legs, setting up Raphinha to put it into the net. That match became truly symbolic. The moment Yamal didn't just shine, but possibly established himself among the elite of world football. After such an emotional and intense game, head coach Hansi Flick made the logical decision to rest most of his leaders in the next La Liga match against Valladolid. The starting lineup featured youth and rotation players. The opponent allowed it, the worst team in the league with the weakest attack and a leaky defense. However, the game didn't go as smoothly as expected. In the opening minutes, the home side took the lead after a deflection off Araujo. Barcelona struggled to break through the tight defense, and frankly couldn't do much until Yamal came on. As soon as Lamin entered the game, Barca immediately looked more confident. Later joined by Raphinha and Frenkie de Jong, the match transformed. Their link-up play once again became the key to victory. After a shot by Yamal and some poor goalkeeping, the ball ended up at Raphinha's feet, and he calmly converted the chance. The second goal was pure Barca style, precise passing and movement. With confidence and control, they saw the match through and secured the 3 points. Now the team travels to Milan for the decisive second leg against Inter. After what we've witnessed, it's hard not to believe in this Barcelona. Flick isn't just building a team, he's creating a system where youth feels empowered, and players like Lamine Yamal become true stars. This Barca has heart, character, and players who can decide the outcome of the biggest matches. Ahead lies the second act of a great semi-final. And now, we're counting the days with even more anticipation. Lamine Yamal is gradually becoming not just an important player for Barcelona, but a respected figure in the locker room. His mature and confident performances at such a young age command admiration from both his peers and senior teammates. Even now, it's fair to say that Lamin has become a true leader of Barca's new generation. The younger players look up to him with admiration, while the experienced ones listen to him. And it's no coincidence. The 17-year-old winger is showing a level of play that many only reach at the peak of their careers. Yamal's confidence is also reflected off the pitch. According to the Spanish outlet El Nacional, he not only voices his opinions but is beginning to influence decision-making within the club. In particular, he has already approached the management with a proposal to keep Ferran Torres and make him the main striker for the next season. It's worth noting that Ferran has indeed improved significantly in recent times and fully deserves attention. His mobility, team-oriented style, and ability to create space for teammates make him a valuable part of the attacking system. Interestingly, head coach Hansi Flick has taken Lamine's idea seriously. Of course, no final decision has been made yet, but the very fact that the opinion of such a young player is being discussed at such a high level speaks volumes about his growing influence. As for Robert Lewandowski, he remains one of the team's top scorers. However, age and increasing competition are inevitably having an effect. In Torres's favor are his youth, versatility, and fresh perspective on offensive play. In any case, this kind of internal competition only benefits Barcelona. The team gains extra motivation, and the coach gains a wider range of tactical options. And Yamal continues to impress, not only with his performances but with his maturity and professional attitude, making him an increasingly influential figure within the club's structure. Things are heating up in Barcelona again, but this time, not because of results on the pitch, but due to important decisions that could impact the team's atmosphere. The club's management has seriously focused on Lamine Yamal's future, and it seems that the extension of his contract is nearly finalized. According to Spanish media, all key terms have been agreed upon, and all that remains is to wait until he turns 18 to officially sign the new deal. The interest surrounding this contract is not only due to Yamal himself, but also the conditions under which he'll stay with the club. According to sources, his future salary may range from $35 to $40 million per year, a figure that would exceed even Robert Lewandowski's wages. Undoubtedly, this is a huge vote of confidence for a 17-year-old player, but at the same time, it's recognition of his unique contribution to the team's play. On the pitch, Lamin already performs like a top-level player, and the club is clearly building its future around him. Naturally, such a decision won't go unnoticed in the locker room. Barca has other stars, Ter Stegen, De Jong, Araujo, and their reaction to this salary gap will be a key indicator of team unity. But the main priority now is to keep Yamal in the squad. He is the face of the new Barcelona, its hope, its driving force, and the club is clearly betting on the future. At the same time, negotiations are also ongoing with Raphinha, another key figure in the team. The club is ready to extend his contract, as the Brazilian is reportedly among the contenders for the Ballon d'Or and has been delivering consistent and impressive performances. The details of his new terms are not yet known, but it's clear the club will have to find a balance between the interests of all its top players. Amid all this, another important question arises: the future of head coach Hansi Flick. According to Mundo Deportivo, Flick is in no hurry to extend his deal with the club. Although President Joan Laporta has publicly stated that he wants to keep the manager for as long as possible, Flick himself prefers working on short-term agreements. There's a real chance the German is considering retirement, and it's entirely possible that Barcelona could be his final stop. Regardless of how things turn out, the team continues to move forward. The club is actively working to strengthen the squad and retain its key players, and that's already a step in the right direction. If all goes according to plan, Barcelona could build a new competitive team, with Yamal as its leader and Flick at the helm. And yet, despite the positive momentum inside the club, uncertainty still surrounds the future of Hansi Flick. The German specialist arrived at Barcelona with vast experience and a clear vision of what modern football should look like. But now, according to Spanish sources, he may actually retire from coaching as soon as his current contract expires. President Joan Laporta has confirmed that the club wants to keep Flick long-term, but the coach himself prefers working on a short-term basis, year by year. This shows that Hansi carefully considers every step and avoids making emotional decisions. Perhaps he sees retirement not as a forced move, but as a logical conclusion to an intense and accomplished career. That's why his hesitation to renew his contract should not be viewed as a red flag. On the contrary, it may be part of a broader strategy to finish on a high note, leaving behind a strong and united team. This approach deserves respect. Flick is a coach who has always prioritized the team's interests over his own, and it seems he's staying true to that principle even now. For Barcelona, This is a moment when the club must demonstrate stability. There's talent, there's a clear vision, and even a potential coaching change shouldn't derail the project. It's crucial that the project continues, with a new generation of players, a balanced wage structure, and faith in the chosen path. So, even if Flick does decide to close the chapter on his coaching career, he has already laid the foundation for future success. And Barcelona now has the chance to grow again. Built on experience, consistency, and the strength of its internal resources. Barcelona is on fire again, both on and off the pitch. Yamal is growing into a leader. The club is preparing historic contracts, and the coach's future remains uncertain. But one thing is clear. This Barca is alive, ambitious, and full of passion. Subscribe so you don't miss the second chapter of this epic semi-final. And all the twists and turns inside the Catalan club. It's going to be hot! That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video, and be sure to watch our previous video. It just appeared before your eyes right now. See you. Good luck to everyone. Goodbye.